to change lives, we're here to change pockets, and we're here to make you look good, feel good, and have a lot of money in your pockets.
From South Africa, from Kenya, Nairobi.
We are so happy, we are excited, the products are amazing.
We came to Dubai for Emporia. I'm here to make lives better.
Follow your dreams, follow your dreams, follow your dreams. Now, here's what's powerful about that gentleman story. I feel like every one of us can relate. Every one of us at some point in life, think about it, take a moment down memory lane, had a dream. I don't believe any child's dream is to grow up and be broke. I believe every child at some point had a dream of something that they wanted to achieve. In fact, there's women in this room, so I love women. I love speaking to women. And I'll tell you why. Because you go to the average 12-year-old child and you ask her, what do you want your wedding, what do you think is going to happen on your wedding day? In her head, she's already pictured it all out. Her wedding dress, the traditional, what she's going to be wearing, what shoes, who's going to be there. Do you know why? Women are naturally visionaries. They look into the future. At some point in life, somebody took away somebody's dream. At some point in your life, you dreamed of being financially free, financially stable, traveling the world, meeting new people, being an entrepreneur, being an investor, but somebody robbed you of that dream. Somebody told you that you're not good enough. We heard Hadassah's mention earlier that she felt like the pageant industry wasn't in line with her dreams. But what did she do? She went out there and found a way. Some of us need to wake up again and ask ourselves, can ATM Pyramid International help me fulfill my dreams? I'm not saying ATM Pyramid International is the only thing you should ever do. But what I am saying, if you're not where you want to be, is this not a great solution until you find something else? What happens if over the next 12 months you make $100,000, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million? Will an extra $1 million benefit you over the course of the next 12 months? Will it? An extra $1 million. And believe me, $1 million isn't a lot of money. You can spend it in the UK on a house and it's not even a nice house. But for many people here have never seen $1 million. So let me show you some of the skills that you're going to need to be able to make that. Let's now talk about skills of becoming a professional network marketer. There are 9 fundamental skills for you to succeed and win big in network marketing. Every skill can be developed and grown. With practice, it takes 10,000 hours of execution to become a professional. Let's now talk about becoming a professional. Now, I want to understand something about skills. Skills are not talents. Nobody is talented in network marketing. Do you know why? If that was the case, nobody would ever make it. Because a talent can't be transferred. You see, nobody else is going to come to this earth and be able to sing and dance and moonwalk like Michael Jackson. Some of us are never going to be able to sing like Beyonce or Jennifer Lopez, whoever these singers are. Some of us are never going to be able to draw like Picasso. Some of us aren't going to be world's great architects, they just have great visionaries. These are all talents that people are birthed with. Nobody in this room, according to my knowledge, is ever going to beat Usain Bolt's 100-meter world record speed. He didn't do that because of just hard work. He did hard work, yes, but he's just talented. He's just naturally got twitchy muscles that makes him super fast. That's why no one else could have beaten him. He has a talent. If this was a talent-based industry, you would really struggle because talents can't be transferred. But skills, however, can be. But skills develop with continuous work and action to make them now become an attribute that can help you achieve money. And I'll show you. Can everyone here stand up quickly? I should say just 2 seconds. Stand up and sit back down. So you all stood up? Most people stand up now. Take a seat again. Let me tell you something. Several years ago, none of you could have done it. When you was first born, came out of your mother's womb, you couldn't stand up. In fact, you couldn't even sit up. At first, it was always in your parents' hands. Then you went on your stomach and you had tummy time. Then your parents started clapping when you one day was able to sit up. Then they used to hold your hands and, trying to help you walk. And the moment they let go, you'd fall down. And you fall down. And guess what happens to a child? The average child falls down 46 times a day. They do this for about 12 months before they go on to take their first steps. But guess what? That child, at no point when they fell down, did they go on to say, you know what, I'm going to give up, I'm never going to be able to walk. Even a child understood that I can see somebody else do it. If I just keep trying, one day I'll get there. And the child keeps on going and keeps on going and keeps on going until one day they stand up. Then they take their first step. Then they hold on. Anyone that's had children here would know what I mean. They hold on to the side. then the days when all parents start clapping is when they see their child walk towards them. That child developed a skill. In network marketing, we have 9 fundamental skills. Number 1 is the ability to cast the vision of the business to a new person. Now, this isn't just for generic ideas, this is for leaders. One of the fundamental skills that you need to develop is the ability to cast the vision to somebody new. When somebody new talks to you about this business, can you cast the vision? Nobody joins the company, they join the vision that you share with the company. Because they didn't know the company. They didn't know AT Improvement. They didn't know about argan oil and organic product. That doesn't make sense to anybody. It doesn't make sense to me, I can tell you that much for sure. When I got involved in this business, it wasn't because we had organic skincare products. It was because Trisha and Aisha said to me, Joe, we have a vision. Our vision is to become a multi-billion-dollar company by 2025 and produce 6- and 7-figure income earners, and we believe that you can help us get there. I joined because of the vision. Listen, they could be selling biscuits for all I care. That vision was so big, it attracted me. Can you cast a vision to new members so that they can buy in? Number 2, can you effectively present the opportunity? Now, the key word there is effective. I didn't just say present. Anyone can just talk. But can you effectively present the opportunity? An effective presentation is keeping it super simple. Can you deliver the information that it can then be understood to a new person so they can make a decision if they want to get involved? That's an effective presentation. An effective presentation isn't sounding smart and doing cash flow quadrants and giving all these business. Number 1 skill in network marketing is the ability to recruit. If you can't recruit, you're not a leader. So you have to become a master recruiter. ABC, always be closing. What is closing? Helping somebody see the business and then help them get enrolled. You see, one of the biggest things I see in people in network marketing is they get afraid to ask simple questions. How many of you here ever bought trainers? Ever bought trainers at any shop? Have you ever gone to the counter and they get nervous after? Do you really want the trainers? No. You came into their shop, they said, this is the price, where's your bank card and where's your money? They were closing you there and then. They weren't asking questions. You came into my store, you came to look at a product, and you asked me questions, you're buying this product. But why don't we have that mentality of our business? You see, when I do a presentation, and I present it to somebody, you've come into my business, looked at this opportunity, and you've told me that you need more money. You're signing up today. I don't know if you have to find the money. If we have to sit here until you call your family member to do a bank transfer to sign up, you're signing up today. Now, some of you guys are laughing like, this guy, he's just saying it. It's true. It wasn't always this way. But the more I continued doing it, the more I understood, the more I was able to find out why somebody wanted this business. I understand if I sit down with somebody and they're struggling, I'm like, hey, where are you at? What do you need? How are you going to get there? If I can show you how to achieve that within the next 6 to 12 months, you've not been able to do it for the last 30 years, could you find $500? Everybody could. Let me prove it to you. Who in here thinks it's hard to get $1,000? Just be honest. If I say give me $1,000 today, it's a bit hard. You think it's hard. It was going, don't be nervous, don't be scared. Okay, you think it's hard to get $1,000? You say it's hard to get $1,000? Yeah? You think it's hard? Okay, let me show you how easy it is. Who do you love the most in the world? Who do you love the most in the world? Your parents? Parents or your kids? Your parents. Who? Your mom or your dad? Your mom. So the person you love the most in the world is your mom. Right? Now, let me create a scenario. Let's say your mom was on a hospital bed and she was about to pass away due to a heart problem, but she needed a heart transplant and it cost $1,000. And the doctor called you and he said, look, we can save her life, but you need to get the $1,000 in 2 hours. Will you let your mum die or will you find the $1,000?
No way.
You find it, right?
Yeah.
So look at that. Every one of you just proved to yourself that if you needed $1,000, you can get it. But what you just said is, when you see a business like this, it's not important enough for me to go and get it. When I first went network marketing, I didn't have it, but I found it. I was £3,200 in debt. But guess what? I knew that there was nothing I could have done to get myself into the position I wanted to be in. So I went and found it. I begged for it. Begged on my knees, please. I recruited my first one. I said, please, just give me a job. Please, just give me $300. I'll get started this company and I'll pay you back. I'll tell you a secret, I never paid you back. What I did instead, me and him bought a house together, so that was the payback. So he's happy. But I got on my knees, I pleaded because I knew that this was going to change my life. Always be closing. Training. A leader has the ability, or one of the fundamental skills, is to train a new person on how to succeed. There's only a few things that you need to teach somebody. These skills right here. And the final thing is a compensation plan breakdown. A leader understands the plan and is able to teach it. You see, you can join the greatest business in the world. If you don't understand how to make money, you're never going to make any. If you don't understand how to make money, you're never going to make any. So these are some of the 9 fundamental skills that we have in our business. So let's now talk about system. And you can let me know how long I want to. Okay. System. System, system, system. SYSTEM. System stands for save yourself serious time, energy, and money. If you have an effective system, SYSTEM, save yourself serious time, energy, and money. If you leverage a system, you can make an absolute fortune. You see, you don't win in this business by working hard. You win in this business by working smart. The first thing that we have in our system is recruit. Here's the simple process. When somebody gets involved in your business, a few simple steps. Step number 1 is recruit them. What is recruiting? Keeping it simple. Inviting them to see the business in any form. Whether it's an online meeting, a one-on-one meeting, a local meeting, an international event, whatever it may be, just recruit them to see the information. Number 2 is the presentation. It's for them to now see the business. So step 1, you've recruited them, they've shown up. Step number 2, they've seen the presentation. Step number 3 is now closing. My mentor told me this: Jerome, the most important meeting is the meeting after the meeting. It's not the presentation, it's what you do after the presentation that counts. Perfect. Now, the next step is launching, and we're going to talk about that. I personally believe that every effective network marketer became a master at launching new prospects. If all you do is recruit and sign, you're setting people up to fail because they don't know what to do. Then we now go on to training. So you've recruited them, they've shown up to a presentation, they've now signed up, you've done their launch to help them get started, now they've attended the training. They're now seeing the bigger picture of this business. After training, what happens? They take action, and now they get promoted. They hit Jade or Pearl or Sapphire. Now they're excited. Because what started off as just a vision from a 1-minute phone call, they're now inspired based upon the fact that they're now succeeding themselves. A promotion now means they're getting paid. And we all know the best way to get anybody to move is to pay it. So now they're getting paid. And what now happens after they get paid? You plug them in to the leadership system. Plug them into the leadership system. Get them to be on leadership calls. Get them to work with your senior masters, your master distributors. Get them to be a part of that leadership family so that they can now duplicate what you've done with them to somebody else. But the most important thing is events. Never, ever. If you're a real leader, I'm not talking to everybody here, just real leaders. If you are a real leader, never, ever miss any event. Events, EVENTS. Elevates vision, eliminates negative thoughts. Elevates vision, eliminates negative thoughts. What does an event do? You see, an event is there's 3 purposes to an event. Number 1 purpose of an event is to be able to receive information. Receiving information, whether it's presentation, training, whatever it may be. Recognition, just receive information. Number 2 is if your business is going well, is to inspire other people. If your business is going well, we need you at the event so you can share your story to inspire somebody else. Third type of person. If your business is going bad, you need the event to be inspired by somebody else. That's why we need events. Events elevates vision, eliminates negative thoughts. So never ever miss an event. So let me talk to you about the launch platform, how to effectively launch somebody. So before we go through the document, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I want to talk to you about some fundamentals. Number 1, what is a launch? You guys hear me say launch, launch, launch. What is a launch? A launch is helping people get their business started. Somebody registering hasn't got started, they just registered. Anyone can sign up, put their name, email, address, and pay. A launch is getting them started, so they're now getting going with their business. They're able to actually make money. Why launch a new person? Because now they understand what they need to do to make money. They need to know how to make the money. You have to teach them. Don't just assume. I always tell people this. Treat people like babies. Treat them like babies. Everyone's come from a different background, different experience, different levels of experience. You need to treat them like a baby and teach them how to get paid. Don't assume they know it. Even if I recruit a top network marketer, I treat them like a baby. Because they might have been a top network marketer in a different company, and those principles don't work here. So keep it simple. If you come from a training company, products ain't going to make sense to you. You need training. How to effectively do a launch? It's simple. Before we can effectively do a launch, let's start from the beginning. We need to know what the outcome of a successful launch is. The outcome of a launch is only two things. It's two things, and these two things put money in your pockets. The outcome of a launch is, number one, is to help them get a customer. If you don't help them get a customer, you didn't launch them, you just had another meeting. Meetings don't pay you, launches do. Number two is to help them get their first recruit. They're the only two reasons why we do a launch. If by the end of the launch, you haven't helped them get a new member or schedule a meeting, and you haven't helped them get a customer, then it's pointless. Because you walk away, they don't know how to recruit, they don't know how to get customers, it means they don't know how to grow the business. Therefore, you're not going to make no money. So let's remember that. The outcome, repeat after me, the outcome of a launch is to help them to get a customer and to get a new recruit. So how do we do this? Number one, I'll tell you, you don't have to repeat now. Number one is allow them to tell you their vision. Don't try and make somebody fall into your vision. Find out what their vision is. Because that is going to be the emotional connection to get them to do any work. Find out why they're doing it. I always tell people, I spend the first 5 minutes finding out their vision. Hey, what's your goals? What's your dreams? What do you want to achieve? If this was to work for you, what do you want out of it? They're going to start telling you, I'd like to clear some debts. I'd like to be able to travel. I'd like to be able to have this and have that. Whatever they say, write it down right here. Whatever their goal is, write it down. Write down their goals. Whatever their goal is, write it down. Find out what it is. Now what you're going to do, for the rest of that launch, you're going to know that everything I'm now going to tell you is going to help you achieve that goal. So now number one, we found out their goal. Don't worry, these ladies are just helping us out. Once we found out the goal, we're now going to tell them about products. In the business, we have multiple different products. There's only 3 things right now you need to know about the products. Each product has a price, it has a volume, and it has a purpose. The purpose is the lotions moisturize your skin. The facial wash cleans your face. The exfoliation cream, etc., etc. The product has a price. This is how much it will cost somebody to buy it through your website. When they've bought it through your website, this is the volume that you're going to get for that product. That's all they really need to know. Anything more than that in the launch is too much knowledge. Don't start going down through the benefits of argan oil and all this type of stuff. They're not going to get it. I don't get it even now. I know argan oil is good for you. That's all I know. And I've been in the company for a while. I still don't know all the benefits. Just tell them what the products are, how much it costs, and the volume that they're going to get. Why does the volume matter? Because when we talk to them about how to make money later on, they're going to remember, oh, he said I get this volume. Okay, so to hit that rank, I need this many customers. The next thing we're going to talk them through is how to acquire customers. Now, like Sammy Adiola said earlier, we don't believe in scripts. I'm not saying this is a script. This is just a guide. And by the way, you all have this on your back office. This is just a guide on how to get customers. The number one thing is, like Sammy Adiola said earlier, people buy emotionally, not logically. Perfect. People buy emotionally, not logically. This is why the script is favor, help, why, try. Here's the easiest, in my opinion, in my experience, in my first company, which was a product-based business, my team was doing about 40,000 customers a month. It was amazing. And this was a script that we used, and I'll tell you how. Okay, thank you. Favor, help, why try? Now I want to use somebody as an example. Who can I use as an example, as an example, as an example? Let's use Keynote. Keynote, let's use you as an example. Come to him on stage, Keynote. Let's give Keynote a round of applause. So Keynote, I need to use as an example. Keynote, I want to assume that you're my friend. Just stay there. I want to ask you some questions. So here's an example of how I would get a customer. Ring, ring. Hey Keynote, how you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Hey Keynote, and the reason I'm calling, I need a huge favor.
Yes, please.
Can you help me out?
What kind of favor?
Now, let's pause right there. When somebody calls you and asks you for a favor, what do you think they think you want?
Money.
So here's what I want to say straight away. Hey, Keynote, don't worry, I don't need no money. Perfect. Automatically, he's going to relax. Oh, thank God, I don't know my ticket. Straight away. I'm asking for a favor, I told him it doesn't cost me no money.
Yeah.
Hey, I need your help. I'm not going to tell him what I need him help for. I'm going to explain to him why I need his help. Emotional connection. Hey Keynote, as you know, I'm a husband, I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids. Things getting a bit tight at the moment. I'm trying to make a bit of extra income, and the reason why I'm doing this is to be able to provide for my family. If I can help you save money on a product that you're already using, could you do me a favor and just try out some of my products?
Sure, I will.
And you see,
Yeah.
I told him my reason why. Because if he now says no and he's my friend, so you're saying no to my children going to school. You're saying no to my wife being happy. You're saying no to my children eating. You're going to make my family and children all leave me because you don't want to try out myself. You see? I'm connecting with him on an emotional level. I didn't talk to him about the product. I said my wife, my kids, my family, I told him the reason why I'm doing this business. He's not like, okay, I'm like, look, you're already using soap, right?
Sure.
Already got shower gels.
Yeah.
You've already got moisturizers. Hey, look, can I provide you something that's organic and it's probably going to be cheaper than what you're already using?
If it's good, I'm going to use it.
Perfect. Look, I'm going to come around to your house tomorrow. Just please be there. Tell me what time I can come around so you can try some of my products.
10:30 to 11.
10:30 to 11, perfect. 10:30 to 11 tomorrow, I'm going to his house and I'm going to go with maybe some of the products so he can sample them. I want to make sure that he gets as many of these products as possible. Now, thank you, Keynote, you can go to your seat.
Thank you.
Now, if you want to be advanced, what do I do to be advanced? You know what I do? The first time I go to anybody's house, what's the #1 place you go to somebody's house when you sell products? Their bathroom. Go to their bathroom, say, I need to go to the toilet, and you open up their cupboards. Okay, they've got moisturizer, they get exfoliation scrub, they got this, or that one's almost running out. So when I go downstairs, I say, oh, by the way, I couldn't help but notice that your facial scrub was running out. I couldn't help but notice, but you're using this product and it's not even organic. So guess what? I already know what service I'm going to sell to them. So favor, help, why try? What you want to do, once you've taught them favor, help, why try, is make them write down 13 names there and then. Why do you make them write down the names? They're not going to quote everyone right now, but make them write down their names so that afterwards you can tell them, hey, what about Jack? What about Bob? What about Auntie so-and-so? They have people that you can refer to. The next part of the launch is now just the rank rewards. We're not going to be talking to them about direct bonuses and indirect bonuses. It's too confusing. Just say, look, if you do the volume, here's how I break it down. You're going to make an average, just secret disclaimer, you make an average of 10% of all new volume. In a comp it's an average of 10%. If you do 30,000 volume, you're going to make about 10% of that, which is 3,000 on average. That's all they need to know. If you want to find out more, come to training. In this business, there's only a few things you need to know. You're building a minimum of 4 teams, and a maximum of 30% of the qualification volume can come from any one team. That's it. If you want to become a pearl, a jade, you need 2,000 volume. That means only a maximum of 600 can come from one team. If you invited, look here at the top, if you invited 4 people on enterprise, 700 volume, you now become a pearl straight away. Because you're more than 600 per year, 700 volume. Hey, if you want to now go for sapphire, 10,000 volume, look here at all the volumes you need to calculate to get together to get there. Now here's what I now do. Who wants to produce a quick an amethyst, quickly? A quick amethyst, like super fast. I'll tell them, look, you want to go amethyst, 30,000 volume. You'll make about 1,800 in bonuses, plus an extra 3,000 in indirect bonuses that you can now get paid monthly. But to go amethyst, 30,000 volume, which product here gives you the highest volume to get there quickest? Enterprise, right? 700. If you only got a organic scrub, it's only $12. Which one do you prefer, 12 or 700? 700. Okay, that means If you want 30,000, you only needed 42 people to get an enterprise package. Do you want 42 people in enterprise, or do you want to have to sell a couple hundred shampoos or facial scrubs? They're like, oh, 42 people in enterprise is easier. Perfect. They're now thinking about the 42 people that they can recruit to help them get there quickly. And then we show them how to recruit. Recruiting is keeping it simple. 4 steps to recruiting. Thank you, Samuel Adela. Number 1 is keep it super simple. Number 2 is 1 minute. Number 3, always through a phone call. Number 4, be excited. And number 5, edify the presenter. Keep it short, keep it simple, be excited, and edify the presenter. Why do we say edify the presenter? Because the person that you're going to recruit may trust you, but they don't respect you in business. That's the reality. How many of us, our friends already know what we do? They know that, like some of you said earlier, they know that you're struggling, they know where you live, they know the car that you drive, they know the car that you don't drive, they know that you asked them for money earlier. So if you talk to them about a business, they're like, yeah, okay, but I'll get involved when it works for you. Don't do that. Edify somebody else. If you know, for example, Samuel Adiola is doing a call, say, look, I've just seen this amazing business. I'm excited about it because you know where I'm at and I want to make more money. But Samuel Adiola is the vice president of sales in this company. He's made great income in this business, in this industry, and he's going to be teaching me and even you how to do the same thing. Would you be free tomorrow at 7 o'clock? Now, why are they going to come on? They trust me because we've got a relationship. They don't respect me in business, but they now respect Samuel Adiola because I spoke well of him. Edification. Right? So these are the fundamental things when it comes to recruiting. And I want to end with this, the recruitment challenge. I want to say you guys a recruitment challenge. Don't have time to go through all of this now, but understand this. When it comes to recruiting, recruiting is like a deck of cards. You're going to go through multiple different types of people. Now this is a reality for every single one of us. Reality for every single one of us. In order for you to make $1 million in this business, you just need to find your 4 aces. You just need to find 4 amazing people. That's all you need to find, 4 amazing people. But here's the problem. Those 4 amazing people don't show up straight away. The first person you want to get is the king. The king's going to look good, dress smart, speak well like Samuel Adiola. And he might even get to amethyst, but then he might relax. That's not the leader he's looking for. You're looking for the person that's going to go to the top. The next person comes along, the jack. The jack comes in with energy, excitement. He's like Aisha Shehu. He goes amethyst in his first month, and he keeps pushing on. But eventually something happens in his family, he slows down. You get the number 9. But how many of us experience this number 9? They tell you, oh, I'm going to join the business. I'm going to blow up. I can recruit 200 people my first month. Hey, I'm going to come on an enterprise package. I'm going to make you millions. Number 9 doesn't even join the business. They tell you, call me next week. I've got bank problems. Oh, let me just get involved in $50 because my card isn't working right now. Can you pay me and I'll pay you back? Then you get number 5. Who's the number 5? The number 5 is that friend that is just negative. Doesn't matter what you say. It's a scam, it's a pyramid scheme, it doesn't work, this company won't last. Have you seen the white paper, the blue paper of this company? Or have you seen the company's registration? Have you been to the company's head office? Hey, is Samuel Adiola even real? Is Trisha Toycam really from Trinidad and Tobago? Or is she just some Indian that's put on an accent? They're going to say anything negative. You're going to get those people. They're going to come across the number 6. Now, the number 6 is an interesting person. I really love number 6. Because the number 6 is that person that you thought was going to be great in business. They always dress well. They talk like a business person. They talk about how much money they make and how well they're doing. And it comes to the sign-up process, and their card declines. I thought you was a big businessman. I thought you had all this money telling me about financial literacy, but your card doesn't even go through. Then they tell you, oh, don't worry, come back tomorrow. And tomorrow, guess what? You can't get through to them. They're gone like cold turkey, boy. You can't get through to them. And you keep going. You get the number 7 that does nothing. The number 8 that does a little bit. Then you get the joker again. And you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you get discouraged. But eventually, you find your first ace. And when that ace shows up, let me tell you this. When that ace shows up, you know. Because they show up into your business, and you don't even need to say anything. They just run like the wind. You're telling them, hey, there's a presentation. They said, what presentation? Oh no, I've got 10 guests already coming on. They got more guests than you. When that ace shows up, that ace, you say to the ace, oh, what are you doing today? You want to go out to eat. They're like, oh no, I've got presentations. You wake up in the morning, that ace has hit ranks, and you're like, when? I didn't even know you was working. The ace is presenting, they're launching, they're attending events. That ace starts building a team, and you don't even know the team because they're working so hard. And after all the hard work, you're like, finally, I found one. And guess what? You keep going, and you keep going, and then eventually, guess what? You find another ace, then another ace, and before you know it, you're making great money. The business is growing, you're getting excited. You're seeing you're now making 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000 a month. And then you find your fourth ace. Let me tell you nothing. There's nothing sweeter than your fourth ace. There's nothing in the world sweeter than your fourth ace. Because you have a fourth person running with you to the top of this company. And as your 4 leads are building, you get to Crown Ambassador. And at Crown Ambassador, you're making 1% of this company's total annual revenue. This company by 2025 does $1 billion in revenue. 1% of $1 billion is 10 million. You found that fourth person that makes you not a 6, not a 7, but an 8-figure income earner. And guess what? It was worth going through all those people. It was worth going through all those people. It was worth going through all those people. Because eventually, when you found that fourth person, life changes. How do I know this is true? Mark Zuckerberg invited over 1,000 people to a lecture room. Many of them didn't show up. 4 of them said yes and invested. All 4 today are multi-billionaires. He found his 4 aces. He had to invite 1,000 people before he got to his 4 aces. So here's my encouragement to you all today, to set you one challenge. Because I want every one of us now over the next 90 days is to go on a recruitment game plan. Over the next 90 days, here's what I want you to do. They say it takes 21 days to form a habit, 90 days to become a lifestyle. If you really want to make a fortune in this industry, for the next 90 days, starting from tomorrow, starting from the day after the global retreat is finished, have fun tomorrow, New York cruise, is aimed just to present this business to 1 new person every day. Not 100 people, not 10 people every day, just 1 person every day. Try and showcase this business to. In the beginning, to me, your first day will be easy. Oh wow, I'm excited. I've got 2 people, I've got 3. Then day 2, Don't get discouraged, whether they say yes, no, or maybe. Commit to 90 days of introducing, just showing the business to 1 person. By day 7, you're gonna feel like I don't know no one else. Keep going. By the time you get down to day 21, you're gonna be used to it. Day 22 might come and you might be like, I can't bother with it. And you might get to 12 o'clock in the middle of the day, and you're gonna realize this feels weird. I talk to people about this business every day. I've got a day of no presentations, and you're gonna want to recruit now, because it's now become a habit. And after 90 days, it becomes a lifestyle. I guarantee you this, you recruit just 1 person every day for 90 days, you know what's gonna happen, the greatest thing that's gonna happen? It's not the money you're gonna make. The people that are with you in your team are gonna begin to do the same. Can you imagine if just 5 people in your team was presenting the business just 1 person a day? What's 90 times 5? 90 times 5 is? That means a minimum of 450 people a month from 5 people doing what I've just told you to do are only watching your business. Let's just say, conservatively, only 10% got in. You said it was 450?
Yeah.
That's 45 people joined. If 10% of all of those people, just 10% joined, you're an amethyst. If 10% of those people join this every month, just 10%, it's going to grow because more people can do it. If you just did this for 90 days, it means in 90 days' time, you'll be making a minimum of $3,000 a month in 18 Imperial International. 45 people joining, enterprise package is more than 30,000 volume. You're making 10%, that's $3,000 a month. Let's keep it simple. But guess what's going to keep growing? Because what's going to happen? You do on month 2, that's 60,000 volume, you're now Ruby. Month 3, you now end up becoming Emerald. Month 4, you now go on and become Diamond. Month 6, it goes on and on and on. Before you know it, before February, you'll be a diamond in this business. So ladies and gents, on that note, that's been my part of today done, but I have the honor and the utmost privilege of introducing this next person. Now, just so that you guys know, this person has achieved a lot of success already in network marketing. In his last company, within 12 months, he was able to build a distribution of more than 7,000 people in 12 months. Now, you build a business of 7,000 people in 12 months, you know what you're doing. That's like Cristiano Ronaldo scoring like 5 goals every game. This guy's like the Ronaldo of this industry. And it's an honor and a privilege to be able to introduce him on stage so that he can also show his expertise and give you guys the roadmap and the blueprint to add on to what myself and Sammy Adeola says. So please help me welcome to the stage my dear friend, Mr. Martin.
Musa Martins. Musa comes first, then Martin.
Musa Martins.
I'm so excited. All right. I'll teach us. How many of us are ready for Singapore? How many of us are not ready for Singapore? How many of us will never raise our hand no matter what I say? Say, even if this guy dropped dead right now, I'm not going to raise my hand. All right, Singapore is an exciting place. I've been there before. Been there with my mentor. Right? When somebody was screaming, you can't show Singapore, don't show Sentosa. I've been to Sentosa, Universal Studios.
Yes.
You get to see Treasure Island, you get to see Transformers, you get to see Jurassic Park, Egyptian Mummy. It's an exciting place. Swimming at the 57th floor.
57th floor.
Infinity Pool. All right.
Marina Bay.
Marina Bay Sands. When I went to Singapore, I went to every corner of Singapore. The Star Vista, an amazing place. You should be there. All right? Another person I would love to appreciate here, one thing I want to say is the law of, it's really, really amazing how network marketing can transform people if they decided to be transformed. All right? Personally, I believe it's not for poor people. You know why? Because only 5% of poor people have the level of determination to do what it takes to become super successful and leave poverty. 95% of them prefer you to do the work and they come back for it. He taught me something. He said the worst thing you can ever do for a poor man is give him money. Because that's their profession. Alright? I wouldn't tell us my story today, I'll leave it for another day. Because time is not on my side. I'll teach us briefly strategies for success, building a large team, and at most qualify for Singapore. Though the vice presidency was, dissecting and breaking down the compensation plan for me yesterday and saying, wow, to really take it down to break this down. So who is going to be that diamond?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Diamond.
Who's going to be that diamond? All right, my first ever trip in network marketing was to London, and I traveled with just 3 people. One of them was my mom. I deliberately took her along with me because when I borrowed the money to start my first company, she almost disowned me. And I promised her my first trip in this business. I was not sure of myself anyway. When I was saying it, I said my first trip in this business, I'll take it. And when I called her, let's go to London, I said, Lord, what? I said, London. And if you know the exchange rate then, of course, pound is far more than naira. And she gathered her money to come with me to London and gathered 20,000 naira. And fortunately enough for her, the company gave her £1,000 pocket money. Wow. How? Not be it. All right. I took out £100, £50, and I showed to her. I said, you see these 2 notes? They are far more than this bundle you hold. She said, what? I said, yes. By the way, I grew up all my life in the village, so you can understand how my mom thinks. And her understanding of currencies and of different countries. All right, so. But when we were at the Park Tower Hotel in central London, she looked at me and said, the only reason why I will not kneel down to thank you or bless you is because it will be a cost for you. That was her level of gratitude. Right? Maybe as time goes on, as we get more meetings, I'll show you I'll tell us the process, how she, not even me, got to qualify to go to London in the first place. Today might not be the day. So I can use this, right?
Yeah.
Can I respect the arrow?
Yeah.
Front, back, front, back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I wanted to take us through. I might not read everything. I believe all of us here can read, so you can just read for yourself the history, most of the fundamentals in network marketing, things that you need to look out for in network marketing and respect them. All right. My first 6-7 months in network marketing, I had nobody in my organization. And I was borrowing money to do business launches almost every week. Right? But just like my mentor, Hiladi Haruna, please put your hands together for him. You see, you have to make a decision. He said something about, really?
Yes, please.
All right. You have to make a decision. You have to make a sacrifice. And one of the things he said he did was to give up TV. Many of us like television. I love movies. A lot of our, while growing up, our neighbor used to knock my head because we used to peek through their window to watch their movies. They just tiptoe angry.
The mic is off. The mic is off.
All right. Hello?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
How many of us have had that experience? Okay. Only me. All right. Making that kind of sacrifice is painful, especially if you're a movie lover like me. For me, I had to give up childhood friends. Because they are the ones that, even if you avoid them, they'll still come without calling. You just see somebody show up at your doorstep. And they are very negative. My own, no, I don't know why. I gave up everybody. Some of them I had to tell them, please go. I don't want you. All right? And that's because he told me something. You can never help the poor by being one of them. I have to say me first. Before I come back for you, if at all I'll ever remember you. All right? I deliberately decided to put this picture here to prove to all of us that network marketing actually pays. All right? If you do the needful. All right? Because it's not a charity organization. One of the leaders said it. 2 days ago. All right? It's a tic-tac thing. All right? You do your part, the company does its part, or do their part. Right? Good. So if you qualify for diamond, you go to what? All right? Now, how many of us are ready again? The law of averages. One of the things I'm going to teach us today is going to be 3 key things that are foundational to building a large team in network marketing. And one of them is consistent effort. Consistent what? Effort. When I came to Dubai, I had it in mind before leaving Nigeria that I was going to hit the gym and reduce my amusement park. I've tried it several times and gave up. Alright, but this time around I said, okay, I'm going to have 6 parks like giraffe parks. Wow. Reduce this amusement park, probably have start from 2. Because it's 1 already. Alright, but the second day, I found it very difficult to get out of bed. Knowing you're trying to move your legs and you're trying to use your hand to support the leg to just stand up. Come on. Okay. Why? Because I hit the treadmill the previous day and I did 30 minutes. And I was, whoo! But the impact was felt the following day. Alright? But I remember what Jim Rohn used to say. See, you can get excited about hitting the gym or 6 packs, like I said. But when you get to the gym, you know you need a new excitement. And that new excitement is called discipline. Alright? He taught me something about discipline. The idea of discipline I used to have was kneel down, hands up, where's the water cane? Whoop, 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 then you cry, then maybe correction is taken. No. So discipline is adhering or taking a set of instructions for an intended outcome. What is the outcome I wanted? Who remembers?
Reduction of our business plan.
God bless you. Let's put your skin up. Alright? So I needed a new discipline. Get up again, no matter what you're feeling. And he narrowed it down to self-discipline. Self-discipline is doing what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like doing it or not. Just do it. Self-discipline. Alright? So I got up again and I got to the gym. So when I came down from the gym and I met him, fortunately enough, and he said, "Where are you coming from?" I said, "I'm coming from the gym." He said, "You went yesterday, you went today again." He said, I said, "Yes." He said, "That's good. You know, if you don't go today, the pain you feel will be excruciating. But if you go, the pain will leave." Consistent effort, right? But when I woke up today, that pain is still there. But when I hit the gym, the pain is all gone today. You know, I'll be stupid to want to slow down. Because I will still look at Jerome and still want what?
6 packs.
6
And I still want to go back and repeat the whole painful routine again. Alright? Heidi, right? She said something here this morning, alright, about discipline. Probably you just said it casually, but I took note of it. You see, learning in particular. You see, the day you stop learning, that is the day you start dying. My mentor said something. He said most people die at the age of 25, but they are not buried until they are 65, 70. Why? Because that's about the same age they got out of the university, and that's the day they stop learning. That's the day they stop learning. You see, there is no level of success, no matter how you're going to come into 80 Emporium with, that you're going to achieve any level of success without reading, without studying, without learning. At every stage. A call to network marketing is a call to an institution, to a learning process that has no end. The only difference from the normal academics, whatever that we have, is that when you pay school fees in any university to learn any degree at any level, you don't get paid for it, all right? The more you learn, the more you pass your grades. But here, paying school fees is like paying that first money you pay to get enrolled here. And the more you learn, the more you put that learning into action, the more money you get here. So there's no end to learning. If there's anything called good, there's something called better. And the greatest enemy of better is good. Let's settle here. That's why wise people say, see, the greatest enemy to your success is your previous success. I'm now in peril. Your landlord's here. Don't need to go to the amethyst. Good. Don't need to go to the emerald anymore. Don't need to go to diamonds anymore. Right? After the recognition, because you see, people do businesses for different reasons. The travel is there. I do network marketing for the money. So if I am not making the money, that means there's something wrong with me. The recognitions can come. Alright? When I was recognized at the O2 Arena in London, it was massive for me in 2014. O2 Arena? It was when I came back to Nigeria that I started reading about O2 Arena. I said, O2 Arena. That was where Michael Jackson was supposed to go to before he died. I said, and on stage, I was recognized with over 25,000 people from over 170 countries represented and clapping and blowing their vuvuzela, celebrating me. I'm going to take this business to another level. People do businesses for recognition. They don't need the money. They have all the money, probably have been to all the countries of the world, all right? Now, other people do this business for the trips. I mean, they can travel without me paying. The company just takes care of it. And we're still using the product. Let's sign up. All right? But you see, consistent effort does not have to be like, Jerome already said that. It can be that little thing that you are ignoring. A little consistent, effort done, repeated every day. Jim Rohn said something about success. He says success is, a few discipline that is repeated every single day. When you break the line, when you break the chain, you go back to square zero. And you see, as simple as success is, failure is also simple. A few errors in judgment every day. You wake up every day, you're feeling some pains on your thighs, so let me just relax a little bit today. All this motivation, let us just, wisdom is profitable to direct. Say wisdom is profitable to direct. That's when your phone starts weighing over 600 pounds. You don't want to make the next call because you can guess what their response will be like. A mentor said something. He said, challenges, right? Difficulties are what you see the moment you take your gaze off your opportunities, off your goals, off your dreams. And he drew, the chart for us that day about what constitutes 90% of your success, right? How many of us remember? Mental, right? And only 10% is physical. So you see, and the two speakers that came before me already told you, you don't have to be a bot, you don't have to be a robot. You don't have to follow the script. You can develop your own. I remember something I wanted to write down again. I got it from you. All right? Sort through the chickens to find the eagles. These are the people you need. Yeah. You see, when there is no money, that's storm, right? When there is nobody to talk to, that's storm, right? That is when the eagle soar. We are in the business of sorting. So you don't care what Trisha's response is going to be like. You just say it anyway. What do you want? I want Singapore. So Trisha is not going to stand in my way. So it's not left for Trisha to say, are you an eagle? Or is she? Of course, I'll leave Trisha to answer it. I know she's an eagle, so I'm not talking about Trisha yourself. All right? So I'm not going to, care what my friend is going to say. How many friends do I have? How many people do I have on my contact list? On my phone, only me. I have close to 6,000 people on my phone. 6,000? Then the sorting process began. All right? It's either you're a chicken or you're an eagle. If you're a chicken, I didn't make you a chicken. Did I? No. Then another foundational principle of network marketing, apart from consistent effort, giving it, the work back to back. I don't have to spend the whole 24 hours in a day to do my business. No. Do I? No. All I need is, out of 24 hours, let me sleep for 8 hours. It's okay. Sleep for 8 hours. All right? Go to your offices for another 8 hours. That's 16, right? How many hours do we have left? 8. I can carve out just 1 hour for my business. All right? Use another 1 hour for strategy. Because 80% of your success in every meeting, in every business, especially as it concerns network marketing, is going to be how perfect is your strategy. If you get it well in the strategy session, the mental session, the emotions, of course. Because days are going to come. You see, I was telling the vice president, so you see, everybody's excited about Dubai, everybody's excited about the launch. You see, when you get back to your bedrooms, and it's only you, are you still going to maintain the excitement? All right? Everything surrounding you right now, you know, everybody you're looking at is motivating you to want to do something, right? Now, when you are alone, do you have that internal motivation? Because that's what's going to get you going. Because everybody will not be there to keep motivating you externally. Am I making sense?
Yes.
All right? So number 2, I did start looking at my time. So please let me know when I'm overshooting. Thank you, sir. Don't worry, I'll come back to these 2. I've said consistent effort, right? Good. I'm going to wrap it up. Then sort through the chickens to find the eagles. All right? Constantly. All right? Then number 2 is called duplication. You see, in network marketing, you know, in corporate world, there is this famous word I'll say, you either delegate responsibility or die. In network marketing, you either duplicate or you die. All right? I can take a wonderful presentation and training session. How many people in my team can do exactly the same way? And in duplication, I have one principle in duplication. All right? I have one principle in duplication. If I can take training and presentation and what do you have it? All right? Everything that I can do to grow a business, all right? I look for 12 people to do same. I forget about the rest of my team. All right? He said I've built over 7,000 people in 1 year. It's actually 10 months. I don't concern myself with the crowd. All right? There are 2 books I respect so much in my life, the Quran and the Bible. You know why? The Quran and the Bible, from where I come from, are one of the 2 major books that God gave us as guidelines, as manual for how we live our lives, especially back in Nigeria. So, if I want to be successful at anything, there are several places I can check in the Quran to build my business with, as well as the Bible. So I don't, most times, read it as a religious book. I read it as a manual. All right? How many of us know the number of Christians in the world? About 2.3 billion Christians in the world. How did Christianity start? Sir? 12. So if from 12 people, we have over 2 billion people. If 12 is good enough for Jesus, then it should be good enough for me. Do I need all the 12? No. Law of averages. I need the 12 to fish out the key people I need. Among the 12, are there people that are closer to Jesus Christ? More than the rest? Do we have them? Peter, James, and John? Do we have somebody who sold out as well? Why need the 12? Forget the 7,000. They can go and sleep. Somewhere in Judges, all right? When Gideon, was, approached by an angel, what did the angel tell Gideon? He said the 9,000 people or the 10,000 soldiers together, all of them are useless. And he said, wow, these guys have times how many? Almost times 3 or 4 of what we have. And yet you're saying what I have is useless. Say, how? He said, no. He said, I told you all of them are useless. I'll show it to you. Take all of them to the stream. Say, anyone that drops his weapon and drinks with his mouth, separate the chicken. But anyone that holds his weapon by one hand and drinks water from separate. At the end of the day, that guy came up with only 300 from almost 10,000. 10,000. Did I defeat?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So you don't need 7,000 to become diamond. All of them will come anyway, but let them come. So long as you're not the one paying for them, let them come. Alright? And you see, people who don't deserve attention are the ones that seek attention the most. So teach your team members to also deserve your time. Duplication, right?
Yeah.
Duplication, right? Yeah. Teach your team members to deserve your time. Then secondly, I want to bring this to our notice again. How do you think that pastors grow their church? How do pastors grow their church?
Soul winning.
Soul winning, how?
Evangelism.
Let's go,
Evangelism. Networking. Evangelism.
you see, one of the best network marketers in the world that I've ever seen are pastors.
Yes.
That's to Indonesia.
They know how to raise the money, they know how to bring more members, they know how to pastors. I sat down one day and watched and calculated how many house fellowships are there in a particular church in Abuja alone.
So many.
Wow. I calculated over 2,000 to 2,700 different house fellowships in a small church. Now, do you have up to 2 persons in your team already? Or 3? Or 4? Or 5? Now, can you adopt the principle of house fellowship in your business? I said today, Hadassah, we are going to your house to break bread. And you know what? For those of us who do personal business presentations in hotel, please stop it. You can do your trainings there, no problem. But you see, if you want to build a big and large organization fast, quick, and better, do house fellowship. A lot of people, no matter what you do to them, will never come to your meetings at the hotel. But they are comfortable in your parlor. They are comfortable coming to your house. Alright? So, if we are doing house fellowship at Hadassah's place, Hadassah's friends, at least 10 to 15 of them. By the time Hadassah invites them, come to my house, we're doing something, whichever invitation strategy you decide to use, all of them will show up. At least 80% will show up. You reduce your rate of having people to tell you no or something. Because if you're doing it in your house, it's probably a house party or you're celebrating something. So we come. And you see, your goal is to show the business to your prospect, period. Alright? Like a movie service table. Your goal is to show them and collect. That's all. So, if there's anything you need to do is to devise strategy as much as possible to show the business to a lot of numbers. He told us 1 to 100 people, right? I will tell you the minimum you should have on your contact list should be 200. 200. Do you know why? Law of averages, according to Jim Brown, said, talk to 10, get 1, right? You talk to 200, how many will you get? 20. Out of the 28, let them not have, like what Jerome said, let them, their card not work, all right? Or 12. All right? Out of 12, you are focusing on how many? 4 that are closest to you, but work with 12. Does that make any sense? But you see, for each and every one of us involved in one network marketing company or the other, especially as AT Emporium, all right? What are we looking for? Is it just Singapore? Be honest. What we're looking for is wealth. Money. All right? If I become an amateur today, how much will I earn? All right? Apart from the other bonuses that follows, at least $1,800 is coming. Am I making any sense? Well, but you see, every single human being that comes into network marketing, whether they like recognition, whether they like the brand new cars, whether they like the trips, whether they like the Mac, they like the iPhones, what we are all looking at is wealth. Am I making sense? But you see, this wealth will never be achieved without creating debt. All right? Going deep. My mentor taught me something. He said, you don't have a business leg, you don't have a business leg until you can take each of these legs, all right, to 4 levels deep. What it means is this: if I can have 4 people, can these 4 people also have their 4 people? Can these people here, 16 people, right, have their own 4 people? Can the people here also have their 4 people? Now I can call each of these 4 legs a business leg for me. All right? And I don't have a team. I can't call this a team yet until I take each of these legs to 8 levels deep. Then I can go and relax and say, at least I have duplicated myself enough in any of these legs to make me any rank I want. And like I said, work with 12, right? Work with what? How many? 12. But have 4 people that are closest to you. Because 4 concerns 80 employees. Okay, I said have 12 people, all right? Whether you take them to 4th level or 8th level, have 12 people you're working with. But have 4 that are closest to you. Because 4 concerns 80 employees. For your own sake. You know why? Because whether you leave it on one leg, one lean leg and one fat leg, the company is excelling. But you need to excel. All right? And that's why you need to put your hands together for 80 employees for putting down. Yeah. Because if they are not interested in your success, they wouldn't organize all of this. So they can leave you so that it's still on one leg, you're still making money. But you're not. Alright? Where were we? Alright? Number 3, right? Give it enough time. Alright? Give it enough time. Now, one of the things that you need to understand is that, you know, I was trying to give us one illustration. Wealth, alright, comes from what? Debt. Alright? But you see, this debt, that 8 levels deep, will never happen if you don't duplicate. I told you, either you duplicate or you die. So if you're not duplicating, just know that your breath is going when it comes to this business. Alright? But you see, this duplication will never happen without what? Where's Jerome? What Jerome mentioned. Alright? System. There should be a system on ground for every new person that is coming on board to run with. We call it tracks to run on. Alright? How many of have been seeing train moving on this particular track here? If a new train is introduced, there's already a track for that train to run on, right? Else, another track will have to be created. Am I making any sense? Am I making any sense? Yeah. So for every new recruit you have, for every new addition you have in your team, already have a system, a blueprint already existing for them to run on. Am I making any sense? And no matter what that system is going to look like or be like, all right, keep it simple. All right? It is the simplicity that makes a lot of people not to do network marketing. It is also the simplicity that makes a lot of people to succeed in network marketing. All right? How many of us have read why A student work for C student and B student work for the government? Robert Kiyosaki. All right? What my mentor called the low-paid intellectual will see it too simple to work with. 2015, a professor of economics from University of Federal University in Kogi State approached me and said, why are we the intellectuals failing in network marketing and people like you are succeeding? And I took offense. And anytime I'm angry, you'll never see it on my face. I took offense. I waited for him. When he finished, and I said, sir, with all due respect, can you listen to yourself? He said, yes. I know exactly what I just told you. I said, really? Do you have children? He said, yes. He said, how do you know your child is intelligent? He said, the report card. I said, really? So, say it again. Are you actually an intellectual or an ignoramus? An illiterate. Somebody who knows nothing. Because if you are really an intellectual, just like you said, why are you not succeeding here? He said, yes, because it's not my thing. As a network marketing is nobody's thing. Was economics your thing? Just like the VP sales said, everybody was born in a state of tabula rasa. Our brain was blank. You learned how to become a medical doctor. You learned how to become an engineer. So you can learn how to become a network marketer. The only problem is that you are so stereotyped and bureaucrated that's what I told you. And I was like, so archaic, so streamlined to economics that you know nothing about network marketing and you're not willing to learn. You think you know, but you don't know. What my mentor used to call illusion of knowledge. Thinking that you know and you actually don't know. All right? Lastly, before I leave here, I would love to give us 4 ingredients for success. 4 ingredients. If you miss anything, don't miss it. Four ingredients for success. Number 1, decide what you want. Decide what you want. Diamonds, right?
Yes. More.
Diamonds and more?
Yes.
Crown ambassador. Please, can I add 2 more minutes? All right. Did I tell us the principle of 12 disciples?
Yes.
Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 12. Crown. Do you know that if you work with 4 people in your team to become diamonds, You're already on your way to crown abundance.